Hi, it's me, Linnea again, your favorite cosplay cringy girl, and I'm back with another vlog, and I'm going to China. So my flight was delayed, but I arrived as if my flight was not delayed because if you guys do not know, sometimes flights are delayed because the aircraft doesn't come on time, and that's like the estimated flight. But if a new aircraft were to arrive, then they could exchange aircrafts and leave on time, even though they said that maybe they leave late. So always arrive on time, even if it might be delayed. But to my surprise, I was able to go to the lounge with my ticket. I got fruit salad and then went on my flight. They give you earplugs, an eye mask, toothpaste, slippers, pillow, blanket. This was my first time flying first class ever. I flew first class because I'd never done it. I always wanted to try, and there was a really good discounted deal going on with credit card points. But as soon as the plane took off, I put out my chair bed and I laid down, got comfy, and started watching a movie. I watched The Iron Claw. It made me cry. If you have not seen it, it's about a family of wrestlers and their journey in the wrestling world and becoming the heavyweight champion. But the flight had a lot of really new movies like Madam Web. Even had like some anime movies like the new Haikyuu volleyball movie, and had the One Piece Red movie. The only thing I didn't like though was the internet cost an extra $20-something for use of the whole flight. Mind you, the flight was 13 hours, so I guess $20 for 13 hours of internet isn't too bad. But other than that, like the food was amazing. I never had airplane food that good before. And during the flight, you can order more food after the first lunch service at pretty much any time. I didn't order too much. I was pretty full from earlier with all the fruits and vegetables. When the plane went into a night mode, I ordered a brie and ham sandwich and a little cup of ice cream, and I watched the Migration Kids movie. It's actually really funny. Like, there's some jokes I think that adults would get, and it's a really good movie. I recommend you watch it. It's a good laugh. And then I watched the Haikyuu movie. And then later it was like the breakfast service. I picked the smoked salmon. Next time I'm going to make sure I download enough content to watch on my flight. But after that I went to the international terminal for my connecting flight. I will be back in Tokyo, but my first portion of my trip is to Beijing, and then from there I will explore more. I went to the lounge again at the Japan airport, and they had takoyaki, some fried chicken, curry. They had noodles you could order, but I didn't order noodles. I just thought it was cool and it looked yummy, but I was full. Eventually the lounge closed at 12, so I had from about 12 to 5 a.m. to sleep on the chairs in the lobby of the terminal. I also used that time to check out the 7-Eleven, which was right next to it, because I never went to a Japan 7-Eleven before. And the bathrooms in the airport are so nice. They have like a waterfall noise that plays anytime anyone's near the toilet, so no one can hear you, do your business. And then I'm pointing to a sanitizing station where you can sanitize wipes so you can clean the toilet before you use it. It was just really clean and nice. But after all that, I just kind of went back to sleep again, and I slept a couple hours. And then a couple minutes before the lounge opened, I went to look at the shops. I shopped around for some gifts to bring to China for friends. I mostly just brought some snacks because my friends like really sweet snacks, specifically matcha flavored things. And I'll probably come back on my way home so I could bring gifts back for my friends and family in the United States. But 5 a.m. came around and I was back at the lounge. My flight leaves in about 3 hours from now. I had some eggs and sausage. Like, I wanted some protein to keep me full for this flight, but I didn't want to eat too much because I don't know if I'll get any more snacks on the flight, and I'm trying to save my appetite so I can have some like really good food when I arrive in Beijing. So I'm excited for that. Also, I'm just like in this weird limbo of I've been awake. Well, I've been taking a lot of like hour-long naps, but I sleep for an hour and then I wake up because I guess I'm in an unfamiliar place or a noise wakes me up. But I'm really tired. Even on the plane, so it was so comfy on the plane, but I could only sleep for like 1 to 2 hours at a time before I woke up. I actually almost started because I have night terrors, I woke up almost starting to scream. I was like, I don't want to cause a scene on this plane, so I tried not to like sleep the whole time or fall too much into deep sleep. But yeah, just excited to eventually take the plane to my hotel, sleep, go to the gym, and start my adventure. Also, this is not sponsored or anything, but my tickets, they were less than $2,000, somewhere between $1,000 to $2,000 in total for just going from the United States to Beijing, which I'm not there yet, and then Beijing to Japan, and then Japan back home. All that was like less than 2,000, more than 1,000, kind of like close to 2,000, but not exactly. I forget exactly how much. If I had to guess more precisely, I'd say like 1,800 about. I'm like, that's crazy, because there was like a really good point return for credit card points. I was like, I'm doing it. I usually am like, I'm really cheap. I try to save my money, but I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I went. I did it. But because these prices were so good, everything was kind of like really, really booked. I mean, I think because of the Mega Quick or something, it suddenly like my flight was really empty. I don't know. Like it was really booked, like really hard to book a flight, and now it's like when I wrote the plane empty. So I was like, okay, yay. Don't have to worry about sharing the bathroom and stuff. The bathroom was like always empty for me. I loved it. But downfall was when I was booking. It was hard to book flights like one right after the other consecutively from like the United States to Japan, then Japan to China. So I have this big long layover, and maybe I could have left and went to like one of the spas. I didn't really think about it until it was too late, and then I realized my layover. Oh, the thumbs up! I didn't realize my layover wasn't 13 hours, but like 17 hours. So that's that. But you live and you learn. It's an adventure. It's all part of the journey. And now I'm going to just get into some like personal thoughts. I just really feel so fortunate and so blessed enough to be able to travel, and I don't really have any obligations right now. I don't have kids or anything. I just have to worry about like me. I mean, I still worry about my friends and family. I made sure they were all good before I left. I still have to worry about that. But other than that, I just kind of have to worry about me. So at this part of my life, I want to really focus on traveling and experiencing things, because one of the things that people regret most as they get older is not what they did do, but what they didn't do. And I want to do everything I want to do. After 17 hours, I finally got on my plane. Half the time I slept at the airport, and the other half the time I was eating the airport food. Also walking around, but when I got on my plane, they gave me a lunch, and then I arrived in China. I went to a city I've been to before because I have a lot of friends here. And if you watch my vlogs from last year, I'm back at the same hotel. It's one of my favorite hotels, and I want to say it wrong. Again, I apologize. Zhixiaoshang. It's in the Hebei province. It's nearby Beijing. I believe it's a Hilton hotel. But I dropped off my suitcases, and I walked around the city and explored a little bit. I wanted to get some snacks. I went to a local snack shop nearby. I tried the walnuts, and the walnuts were really good. I wanted to get a walnut mooncake, but then I saw the egg yolk mooncake, and I got that one instead because I'm a big fan of egg yolk mooncake. And then I sat upstairs in the lounge having some soda with some friends. And then I went to sleep. The next day, though, I went to the gym for about 2 hours. I wanted to catch up on some weightlifting. It was all upper body. I started with push. I'm happy that this gym has a Smith machine, but does not have a free weight squat rack or bench press rack. I might try to find a local gym nearby that will allow me to go that might have some powerlifting. I don't think powerlifting is as popular of a sport or physical activity in China as it is in the United States, but I'm sure I'll find something. But I did incline chest press, decline chest press, flat on your back. I did some shoulder press, and then I practiced my pull-ups for a while. The gym didn't really have anything for pull day except for a freestanding pull-up bar area. There were some cable cords, but they didn't have too many attachments that you could change around and use, more so just like a couple handles. But hey, something's better than nothing, right? So I played around with those for a little bit. I didn't really have a set routine in mind. I was one of the only people in the gym for most of the time, actually. And I thought to myself, let me try to do a pull-up. I think this is the first pull-up I ever did, or maybe it's a chin-up, that I ever did completely. The only thing is I shook my body around to pull myself up, and I feel like I should try to keep my body more stable. Like I wasn't using my lats as much maybe as my arms, so I don't count it as a full pull-up, but it was kind of like a pull-up. Like it was the closest I've been, so I'm very proud. But the bar was too tall for me to practice my assisted pull-up, so I improvised with the Smith machine. So I did about 3 or 4 sets of these after attempting a couple pull-ups. And then I used some of the pool machines and I finished my workout. I went downstairs for breakfast. Here's some of the breakfast items. I didn't film everything because I was just really hungry, but I just wanted to show you. My favorite food that they have is the wood ear mushroom with cabbage. I just really like wood ear mushrooms for some reason. I don't know. I also got some food and dumplings. I'm going to end the vlog here. I'm going to go out for a little bit and see some friends. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more content. I'm still a little tired, but you know, I'll make today work. I'll catch up on this jet lag of mine. See you guys next time. I will share more of my adventures here in China and Japan. Bye. Take care, everyone.